Race number 2 on a young season takes us to Auto Club Speedway. Fortunately saved here on the depths of iRacing. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nick Stein, and of course, I'm joined by Austin Derbyshire doing double duty tonight here. He's going to be commentating alongside me and doing things in the production truck here tonight. So this is going to be a good one here tonight. Trucks and Auto Club, what's not to love? But we're going to get right into it here. I believe we're going to be going straight into our point standings after week 1. Of course, this is pretty much just the exact finishing order of last week at Las Vegas, where Mark Whitley took his first win of the season. Andrew Chapman in third. Joseph Causey in third after running out of fuel off of turn number 4. Jordan Berry in fifth, and Anthony Probst, rounding out your top 5 in championship standings. But we're going to get into it here tonight, as I believe, Austin, you have some keys to the race here for us tonight.
Yes, I do indeed. First off, when it comes to the keys to the race, you want to watch your arc. Auto Club, it is a big, wide track, and your line plays a major part in getting around here. I would say probably a bigger deal than most other tracks, because if you are slightly offline, you are going to fall behind. And the track is really wide. That's our key number 2 tonight. With the track being really wide, we could very well see some 5 wide. Dare I even say 6 wide tonight there, Nick. And then number 3, the season is young, so just stay calm. Chill out. You don't need to go ruining your race, ruining your night, and getting buried under a little bit before we get into the depth of the season. We got 18 more weeks after tonight for you to gain any points that might have lost from just chilling a little bit tonight.
Yeah, definitely still a young season here. And of course, tonight, the Autism Speaks 96 here at Auto Club. As the name suggests, going to be 96 laps on the night. And of course, we're going to be taking a look at our broadcast picks here tonight. I'm going to be taking the 88 of Joseph Causey. I feel like he got a little bit snubbed last week with having to save as much fuel as he did, and then having to battle a little bit later into the race than he would like. Wasn't able to pull it out last week at Las Vegas, but hopefully he could come in here to Auto Club and pull one out. And of course, on to you, Darby.
Yeah, my pick tonight, I am going with Kerr. During practice, we were watching all week. Well, we got the joy of watching all practice today. And over the course of how many laps drivers were taking, Kerr had a top 5 time at the time that I made the pick. And I believe he'll be able to get it done with that race pace.
Yeah, race pace always very important here at Auto Club. Qualifying just still getting wrapped up here. A couple minutes left to go in this qualifying session, but it is 100% set to be a good race here. You see the weather right there. 71-degree air temperature here, so it's nice and cool here in Southern California. 78 degrees on the track temp with winds a staggering 12 miles an hour to the southwest here. So these guys definitely going to have to deal with some handling issues from the wind here, but that'll be helped by how cool it is here at Auto Club Speedway.
Yeah, not often that you see clouds in California, but we got them tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, Race Control going through their final rundown of all the rules here tonight as we're encroaching on the final minute of the race warm-up session here, and then we can get into our starting grid on the night. But once again, just so glad to be here at Auto Club. I mean, it is such a sad thing to see this track being torn down for housing complexes there in at the real track, and it's so nice to be able to have it here on iRacing, locked in time to when it was skated. I believe it was skated about 2013, 2014, something like that. So about 10 years ago is where we have this track set in time here, but it's just such a good track that I'm sad to see go. It always put on a show in real life, so sad to see this one.
I hate Auto Club. I would be the first person to take one D8 dozer to the place.
Oh. Darby, not a fan of Auto Club.
Hey, at least it's not a Komatsu in Grimsby, Colorado, so.
Hey, fair enough. That's true. That's true. I'll agree with you on that one. But you are not gonna beat many people who did not like watching races at this place. So, but with that, we are going to get into our starting grid on the night. As it is going to be Andrew Chapman taking pole position here with a 40.176. Justin Burden right behind him, 0.02 of a second off in second position. Alan Martin starting off in third with Jacob Denson in fourth. Derek Grigsby going to be in fifth with Jordan Probst in sixth. Evan Konop, I believe is how you say that, is going to be starting seventh with Charlie Harcum in eighth. Jason Miz in ninth with Cody Henderson rounding out your top 10.
And P11 is Lee McCarthy on the inside with Cameron Iverson outside of him. Joseph Causey starting P12 with Scott Williams P13. P14 will be Scott Feltz. And P16 will be Taylor Toller. Let's see if this moves on through. Andrew Pendergrass starting behind him with Jordan Berry on the outside. James Kerr will be in P19, my pick, and Joshua Lucas will be starting outside.
Rounding off the rest of your 27 car field here tonight, Will Cannon in 21st position, Austin Pendergrass in 22nd, and the father of the trio, Timothy Pendergrass, starting in 23rd, Hunter Teague 24th, Edward Sexton, the last car to set a time here, starting 25th. You got Nathan Aldridge and Sean Merriman rounding out your 27 truck field here tonight. Both of them did not set times here, but cars are rolling here at Auto Club, and it is definitely set to be an exciting one. Trucks at Auto Club always put on a show, so it is definitely going to be exciting to see these guys get at it here, and we'll see what kind of show these guys put on, because it always feels like when you come to Auto Club, you get one of two races. You either get the most exciting race you've ever seen, 5-6 wide action, or it's always going to be, or the other option is it's going to be a crapshoot. There's no in between here at Auto Club, but we're hoping for the former here.
Oh, I definitely expect the former tonight there, Nick. It's these drivers it's a very talented league that we have here with the High Slide Thursday Night Truck Series. And if we're going by last week with the amount of green flag laps that we saw, I expect nothing but that and pure action tonight.
Well, Patrick Allen, you're a Pendergrass Trio fan here. Unfortunately for you, Andrew Pendergrass has dropped from the session due to upload packet loss before we've even gone green. So that's one of the trio gone before the start of this race. But with that, pace truck is off here at Auto Club as they enter the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air here at Auto Club. Andrew Chapman with a second pole position of the season in the second race gets another amazing restart here at Auto Club, and he's going to get well clear of both the 8 of Justin Burden and Alan Martin on the inside.
Yeah, Justin Burden, Alan Martin racing it out here. It looks like the 8 will just get ahead, but like we're expecting in the pre-show there, we got some 4 wide, 5 wide, a little bit further back.
3 and 4 wide throughout the field here. Things start to settle down before they get down into turn number 3 here. You got Jordan Probst there in the 91 Starbucks machine. He is working his way about to be 4 wide off of turn number 4 there, but they somehow keep it just to 3 wide, surprisingly enough, as now he's got the run on Levi McCarty and Jason Miz in that 7 machine. Got Charlie Harcum right behind him, keeping that inside line moving, but back up front, it is still the 25 of Andrew Chapman leading this race. Jacob Denson now to the inside of Justin Burden. It looks like we got a little bit of a 3-truck breakaway here for your lead.
Yeah, Derek Grigsby right behind him in the green number 5 truck there. Yeah, he is able to get a little bit of toe behind, a little bit of suck up, if you will, and it seems like he will be part of that pack. But I expect as the few laps go here, without the drivers pushing and the battling in the back, we probably will get a little bit of separation here.
Now, it is a 14-lap run to stage number 1 here. Not too sure what the results were for actually their wheel spin to determine where the stage caution or cautions will fall here. We'll figure that out as soon as we can, but it is for sure going to be a 14-lap run to stage number 1, and that'll be where the first points of the night are handed out, are at that stage 1 break. The next one will be stage 2 at lap 40. So these guys definitely have a couple of shorter runs here to kind of figure out what their truck does in traffic, and that seems to be what a lot of people are doing there. As 3 wide off of turn number 4, Evan Konop, Evan Konop, Levi McCarty, and Charlie Harcum 3 wide down the front straightaway.
Yeah, Hark, I'm just pushing the 15 car in front of him, and it looks like he is going to be the loser out on that 3 wide situation. And just, I guess, a little bit of aero block pushing him back there.
Ooh, Evan Kona up there through the middle, gets really tight. Offset 3 wide here as now Levi McCarty falling off a little bit of this pack here, but Evan Kona to the inside of Alan Martin now for that 5th spot. And these guys are starting to catch back up to this breakaway that we had for the lead, this 4-truck breakaway we had. And now they're going to single file out once again here. But through the rest of the field, mostly single file for these guys. I think these guys are just trying to, you know, suss it out a little bit, figure out what their truck's actually going to do here to start this run. And then as we get closer and closer to the end of stage 1 here, I think that's where they're going to start pushing a little bit more, as now Alan Martin losing another spot to Evan Konop there, but he's going to try to switch him back here. Further up, Jacob Denson to the inside of Derek Grigsby in the 5 truck. These guys battling side by side for that 3rd spot.
And taking a look from the GridVision chopper, we can see some of the lines these drivers are running. And that 15 car just bouncing around, not able to keep on the bottom side. And yeah, he's going to get forced 3 wide, and probably will be the loser in this situation.
3 wide once again off of turn number 4. Charlie Harcum, Alan Martin, and Levi McCarty were 3 wide going down the front straightaway there. Levi McCarty backing off a little bit as now Alan Martin continues to fall back a little bit more up front. Got a little bit of a run for the lead here as Justin Burden gets into the draft at the 25 of Andrew Chapman, who has led every lap so far tonight, but definitely looks like he has challengers for this lead in Justin Burden and Jacob Denson. A couple of other guys we saw running up front pretty much all of last week.
Justin Burden definitely wants that lead. We've seen him try and get to the front several times, trying other sides, and when he wants to go below, another truck comes, he goes up as high, another truck's there, so maybe within the next few laps he'll get his chance if he's able to outbeat the 79 here.
That's always the fun part about Auto Club here, managing the momentum and playing the lines here, which we see Andrew Chapman doing here as he's going to get the push from the 8 of Justin Burden, who got that really good run off the outside. And that's the one tough thing about Auto Club is the inside line, the very inside line, all the way to the bottom is the preferred line here at Auto Club because that's where you get the most turn and the most grip out of the truck. But that outside line, if you run it right and you run it in the way that it will get you a little bit more tire saving out of it, it definitely could be a little bit faster than that inside line. But we're seeing a lot of different lines being run here. I mean, of course, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines that you can run here at Auto Club all the way around this track, and it's basically pick your poison here at Auto Club.
Yeah, I get it in the backstretch, but I'm surprised the leaders here aren't dipping down to the bottom of the track, going through the trial area. Front stretch.
Yeah, that's
really
mainly to keep that momentum going here. I mean, right as you say,
yeah.
of course, they're all gonna
that's how it works. We know that.
Yeah, it's that good old commentator's curse. The second you say something is now 3 wide, offset here down into turn number 1 for the lead. Andrew Chapman now going to lose the lead for the first time here tonight to Justin Burden for just a moment. But coming off the corner, Andrew Chapman going to get a really good run. He's got help from the 79 of Jacob Denson. But the 8 of Justin Burden has a little bit of help from the 63 of Evan Konop as they head down into turn number 3. It is still going to be Andrew Chapman leading this race. Just coming off the corner, still Andrew Chapman going to be leading every lap of this race so far, but you got a couple of trucks lining up Daytona style here to get this keep this momentum going here. Is now Justin Burden to the inside of Andrew Chapman for the lead once again. And this is what we're going to see all night, is we're going to see dive bomb moves to the inside with not much else happening, as now Justin Burden has his help leave him. Evan Konop does decide to go up back to the outside line, but he's going to be replaced almost immediately by the 21 of Levi McCarty.
Taking this rear view look from Andrew Chapman, we do see he is pretty much playing well. We use the term Pied Piper at the super speedways, but that's essentially what he's doing here. He's running both lines.
Yeah, he's definitely playing that momentum to its fullest potential here, as our lead pack is up to 7 trucks here. Make it 8 if you count Cameron Iverson, who's just barely off the back of this lead draft here. But This is the fun part about Auto Club. You just never know how big a pack can get here. I mean, you see pretty much everyone is all still within a couple of tenths of each other, maybe a pretty big gap between about 13th and 14th here, but I mean, a lot of these guys are still pretty well bunched up being 11 laps into this race.
Yeah, you got to start to think, though, these drivers that are in the back, they could very well just be biding their time, getting ready for later stages, not caring too much about those points, and just wanting that W.
Yeah, those points are going to come here in a couple of laps' time, though, as we're coming up on the end of stage 1 here. Ooh, that's a car on the wall. Evan Konop in the 63, getting into the wall for just a second. Further back, Charlie Harcum to the inside of Derek Grigsby, but up front, 3 wide for the lead as Evan Konop at the 63 with a power move to the inside. Takes the lead from both Evan Konop and the 79 of Jacob Denson. Evan Konop out of nowhere off of turn number 4.
Yeah, that's the first successful send that we have seen tonight there from Knop. Ballsy move there, and he made it work. But looks like we do have a slow truck on track. Cameron Iverson has crashed, number 10.
Cameron Iverson around off of turn number 4. No caution just yet as he is now pulling it off the racing surface, and it looks like he's going to get it back going here. Back up front, though, Andrew Chapman to the inside of the 63 of Konop, but that draft on the outside really helping him here.
Yeah, we'll get, in a couple moments here, we'll get a view of Cameron Iverson's crash there.
Coming up off of turn number 4, we'll take you to the run of the end of the stage here as now white flag is in the air for stage 1, and things are about to explode here at Auto Club as people are going to start making moves left, right, center, up, down, north, south, east, west. Any word you could think of using here as things are definitely going to start to kick off. Evan Konop now all the way to the outside wall in turns 1 and 2 to the inside. Jacob Denson in the 79. Andrew Chapman in the 25 now up to the rear end of the 63 of Konop. Denson's going to hop back up in line in front of the 8 of Justin Burden, but down into turn number 3, it is between Evan Konop and Andrew Chapman. To the inside, Andrew Chapman. He's going to get on the white line just a little bit. It's going to be Konop off of turn number 4, but Chapman gets the side draft. Coming down the front straightaway, setting up for a photo finish here to the end of stage 1. At the line, Evan Konop wins stage number 1.
Fantastic finish for those guys. They will continue driving until they do get the yellow flag there, I believe. So it is important not to get...
I do not think they're going to get a yellow flag.
Okay, no flag for that stage, correct. Yes, we did learn that last
no flag, no yellow flag for stage 1. They're going to keep racing, and further back, 3 wide for about 5th or 4th or somewhere around there is Justin Burden, Charlie Harcum, and Derek Grigsby were 3 wide for a moment on the back straightaway. But things now starting to calm down as these guys have gotten their stage points and now continue to save tires here at Auto Club.
Yeah, Knott was just like, all right, when the stage is over, you have your lead back. You can burn that gas, Andrew.
Yeah, that's the fun part about Auto Club is the fuel-saving games you can play here. But lap 16 out of 96 here in the Autism Speaks 96. Andrew Chapman still your leader after losing the stage to Evan Konop, who is up 5 positions on the night. Started 7th position up into the 2nd spot. He's to the outside now of Chapman for just a second. Jacob Denson's going to be in 3rd with Charlie Harcum in 4th, and Justin Burden's going to round out your top 5 here after 16 laps at Auto Club. But now here comes Evan Konop to the inside once again of Justin Burden, or excuse me, not Justin Burden, that is Andrew Chapman in the 25. Here comes Jacob Denson in the 79 to keep this outside line going. As things continuing to kick off just a little bit here. 63 of Konop still to the inside. Denson still keeping that draft going. Side drafts being thrown here on lap number 17 as Evan Konop tries to keep that outside line at bay for just a little bit longer.
Well, we got some more filing double wide here. All 6 cars, there are 7 cars in the pack, but the 6 cars are side by side and will be pulling themselves a little bit further back and maybe allowing the cars behind them to catch that pack.
Yeah, it's also all about saving tires here at Auto Club. So I feel like if you're in this further back, further second pack here, you could be saving tires here. But this lead pack of about 7 trucks is definitely starting to pull away from the rest of the field. As our next big pack isn't back to about Alan Martin, James Curry, Joseph Causey, Jordan Berry, and from about 10th on back here. So these guys definitely seem to have the pace over the rest of the field here. It's just a matter of do they have the tires to make it to the end of stage 2?
Yeah, you're definitely more familiar with running this track than I am. Like, how would you say the tires affect your runs here? Over like how bad can it get?
Darby, I'm not going to lie. I think the longest I've ever survived at Auto Club is 7 laps. Justin Burden gets a bump from Derek Grigsby down into turn number 1 and gets his truck a little bit loose. But like I was saying, I think the longest I've ever survived here is about 7 laps. So
Okay, I only got you beat by maybe 2.
I can tell you. That is definitely on YouTube. I know that race is on YouTube too, as I have been bullied with it many, many times.
All right, I'll ask some people for some questions and get some footage here.
This is the one race you can actually bully me on air with, and you're choosing the light jokes. I see how it is.
Yeah, I have to actually keep it PG-13, I guess, would be the rating.
Hey, you're doing a pretty good job of keeping it PG-13 here, as keeping our eyes on this absolute monstrosity of a lead pack here that have been fighting tooth and nail here. Further back, Levi McCarty and Justin Burden side by side down into the corner. But up front, it's still Andrew Chapman leading this thing, and you've got Jacob Denson and Evan Konop still side by side, but Konop does decide to get back up into the draft. Take a look at further back in this second pack, as these guys are starting to race a little bit more aggressively. You got 2 race picks in Joseph Causey and James Kerr leading this pack. This is from 11th on back to about 18th Edward Sexton. So a lot of these guys just, as it looks like Andrew Chapman may be coming down pit road here.
We definitely did just lose the lead,
yeah.
so let's take a look and see what his choice is here.
Yeah, I believe I heard him coming down pit. Yeah, we got a couple of pit stops happening here. It looks like this is our fuel window, 21 laps. Here's Jacob Denson, Andrew Chapman, Charlie Harcum, Levi McCarty, and who else is that? I believe that is Scott Phelps, Joseph Causey down pit road as well, Will Cannon. Austin Pendergrass comes down pit road as well in the back. That's going to promote Evan Konop to the lead up here, but our eyes are going to stay on this group of trucks coming down pit road here. More than likely going to be 4 tires and fuel for the majority of the field here, as you see Jacob Denson go up on the jacks.
Charlie Harcum overdrove.
Yeah. Harcum overdrove his pit stall. That's really going to hurt the 82 there. Andrew Chapman on pit road as well. Joseph Causey decided to take 2 tires. That is definitely a 2-tire stop for the 88 there. That's going to gain him a ton of track position.
More drivers down pit road, the other leaders.
Yeah, Jason Miz, Evan Konop down pit road, Cody Henderson, Jordan Berry, James Kerr, Alan Martin, Edward Sexton, Andrew Pendergrass, Timothy Pendergrass, Hunter Teague. This group down pit road. Jordan Berry overshoots his pit stall as well. And that's going to promote Justin Burden in the 8 and Derek Grigsby in the 5 up to the lead on track right now. But these 2 are expected to make their pit stops as well as, yep, here they come down now.
Fairly successful entry there.
Yeah, it's very easy to get on pit road here at Auto Club. It is not hard to get on pit road. Yeah, this should be our last group to come down pit road, as you see Sean Merriman in the 99 there. A little bit slow on track, maybe coming off of pit road.
Joseph Causey to net lead as of right now.
Yeah, it does with the 2-tire stop there. We'll have to see if Justin Burden decides to do 2 tires as well, or if he decides to take it 4 tires and fuel here. See, the lefts did go on there. He is taking 4 tires and fuel for the 8. So it looks like that is going to promote Joseph Causey into the solo lead here in that 88 machine. But also remember, he is on 2 tires. So depending on how the tires are wearing for these guys is really going to determine if Joseph Causey can get himself some stage points here.
When was stage 2 again?
Stage 2 is lap 40, so he's got about 15 laps before he gets to that second stage. And Again, we're not too sure if we will be getting a caution break or not at stage 2,
I
but
believe we do. From last
yeah,
week, I believe we did.
I believe we do because from what I saw, it's a randomized wheel spin to determine if we actually get any breaks for cautions or not. So I'm not too sure if we actually have any.
We need to get like a live stream of the wheel that we can pull up.
We do.
Sean Merriman staying out and now getting lapped by the cars that have pitted as Chapman and Jacob Denson, who did come out to the lead. I was a little bit separated. Causey is right there with them, but Andrew Chapman and Jacob Denson have assumed the lead outright.
Actually, Sean Merriman's your leader right now, but he has not pit yet.
Oh,
so
Sean Merriman has been passed. We're looking at him right now.
He's coming down pit road here. But you see, Joseph Causey did gain a ton of time on these guys by coming down pit road and only taking the 2 tires. And he's definitely about almost over a second off of these guys. He's running 41.9s compared to 40.
Yeah, look at what those 4 tires. Look at what, sorry for cutting you off. Look at what those 4 tires do for you. Jason Miz just getting right around Causey. No problem.
Yeah, absolutely no problems for.
Oh, we lost Nick for a moment, but we are 3 wide a little bit further back. Evan Knopp, former leader, Levi McCarthy, and Joseph Causey, as they are getting around him, no problem, and Joseph Causey just getting swallowed up by the pack. More action up front. Jacob Denson looking to see if he can get around. But with Nick just being gone for a moment and me not being the best, me no good at talking, I am going to put us to a crank it up segment here. We'll be right back. Welcome back in as we get back to the action here at Auto Club Speedways for the Autism Speaks 96. I am Austin Derbyshire. Nick is not back yet, but we'll continue to bring you this exciting action from the track. We do have three truck breakaway here on lap 31. Andrew Chapman, Jacob Denson, and Jason Miz followed behind by former leader Evan Knopp and Levi McCarthy right behind him, with Cody Henderson following him, Scott Feltz right behind them, Will Cannon P8 and Justin Burden in P9, and Derek Grisby rounding up the top 10 here, Charlie Harcum right behind him. We do have a few more laps left in the stage. We do have a few different strategies here on track, pulling those up for you guys to see right now. Just Miz and Knopp just taking their pit stops a lap after Chapman, but that pure pace from Chapman and Denson, just being able to maintain that lead throughout most of this race. It's been Chapman day here at Auto Club. And I believe Nick is back here with me. Hello, Nick. You are alive. Oh. I have you muted, Nick. See, this is, you're right back. You are back with us now. Sorry.
All right, now we're back here on GridVision. 7 laps to go in stage number 2, and I have heard that there is not going to be a stage break here tonight for these guys, so it is going to be all the way through 96 laps. Of course, if these guys do not have a caution, this race will be a flag-to-flag race.
So I wonder then if Joseph Kazi knew about that.
Ooh, that could be a thing, possibly. That could be something that he could be thinking about here, maybe saving an extra set of tires here and just trying to save a little bit more fuel, as we know he had that mishap last week at Las Vegas with the fuel.
While you were gone, there was a little bit of a mishap. Timothy Pendergrass. That looks like possibly a connection, or like a hardware issue or something. That was
yeah, I was gonna say that.
Not very dramatic, that's for sure.
Let's get a possible cockpit view here.
Yeah, I'll pull that up in just a moment here. And we do have some Andrew Chapman blipping in and out of the track here.
Don't think anything happened there.
Yeah, that seems like I'm just done.
That would be my guess there, but that is Pendergrass number 2 to fall out of the trio, as I believe Austin Pendergrass is the only one still on the lead lap in the 24 truck.
Hey, he's doing the Austins proud, and Joseph Kazi is on pit road now.
Coming down pit road here with 4 laps to go left in stage 2, so it looks like 2 tires. I think we could safely say 2 tires is not the call here.
No, definitely not.
Even if we have a couple of laps left in the stage, I don't think it's worth it at all, as yeah, he seems to have been struggling, and now I believe he was down back in about 11th or 12th when he came down pit road, so definitely on the struggle bus Joseph Kazi is here, but it is still Andrew Chapman up front leading. But gonna run this to the end of stage number 2 here, which is in a couple of laps here, as now Knopp is starting to make his moves up front and maybe go for that second stage win here and sweep the stages here tonight.
Yeah, he just bides his time, and when it's time to strike, Knopp is there.
Yeah, Knopp definitely has the pace here tonight as Jason Miz all the way to the inside. It looks like Chapman's trying to push Knopp here and maybe try to break the draft to Jacob Denson in the 79 and make this a 2-horse race for the win. But he's definitely pushing as hard as he can to get that 25 and 63 away from Jacob Denson. And they've already broken the draft to Jason Miz, who is just barely on the draft of Jacob Denson here. But it looks like they're trying to break all the draft here.
Yeah, we saw Jason Miz. He's been driving those wheels off throughout the race. We've seen him gain a lot of positions, especially after that last pit cycle. So that might make you think that he hasn't been able to keep up with those first 3 trucks because of how hard he drove at the beginning of the cycle.
Yeah, Jason Miss is one of our biggest movers on the night. He is currently up 5.
Yeah, Will Cannon is the biggest as of right now, 12 positions up and looking to make it
yeah,
13.
I was looking through and just saw that. So if the race were to end tonight, he would get the Men's Mental Health Awareness Hard Charger Award on the night. So that is all to be seen, though, as we're coming up to the end of stage number 2 here, as the white flag is now out in stage number 2. Still Evan Konop leading Andrew Chapman. Kind of what we saw at the end of stage number 1 here. Konop deciding to pick up the pace a little bit there at the end of stage number 1 and take the stage win from Andrew Chapman, who led the majority of stage number 1. And it looks like it was almost the exact same thing, except without 7 other trucks behind these 3 to keep it interesting. But down into turn number 3, still Evan Konop leading Andrew Chapman, who just doesn't look like he has the pace that he did at the end of stage 1 to challenge Evan Konop in that 63 machine. But off of turn number 4, crossing the line, it is going to be Evan Konop winning stage number 2. He is officially going to sweep the stages here at Auto Club.
Now all that remains to be seen is if he's able to sweep the stages and the race.
Yeah, the good old Triple Crown there. But with that, we are going to take our first commercial break on the night. Stay right here, as I do not believe we're going to have any caution breaks here for any of the stages. So we're going to go out and take it to a side-by-side under green flag here. Stay right here. We'll be right back with more coverage of the Autism Speaks 96 here at Auto Club.
You started breaking up fairly bad there. Hello, everyone.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back here live at Auto Club. Pit stops are an order here at Auto Club as we got a ton of people coming down pit road. Justin Burden is your on-track leader as you see him coming down pit road with Derek Grigsby. And I believe there's someone else behind them as well, as I believe that is going to promote Jason Miz up into the lead as of now. But pit stops have been happening. While we were under commercial, the majority of the field did come down on pit road. You saw your top three pretty much come down one lap after another. Evan Konop was the last one to come down pit road of your lead three, and he is currently the on-track leader.
Jason Miz just about to make his way to the lead. Justin Burden just leaving pit road as they hit the lead.
Oh, no. Yeah, Evan Konop is not the leader. He's lost about 4 seconds to Jason Miz, and I can't tell if Jason missed too tired.
Yeah, Jason Miz, Joseph Causey, Jacob Denson.
On the back straightaway.
Oh.
I saw a car sideways on the back straightaway there.
Will Cannon.
Will Cannon. First caution of the night. And first caution for cause of the season as Jordan Probst is involved as well. Will Cannon and Jordan Probst get into it with each other on track to bring out the first caution for cause of the season. And you see right there, Jordan Probst just getting a little tap there and a hard hit for Will Cannon in the 08 there.
And we just saw the view from the GridVision chopper. We'll go to the GridVision drone now and get a little bit closer view of. I think Will Cannon actually just was able to turn left there. I don't even think that was netcode at first, and then get hits again, and then causes him to go down.
Will Cannon was a bystander in that accident. That was between Jordan Probst and whoever was on the outside of Jordan Probst there, but that's going to promote Jason Miz up into the overall lead in the 7. Joseph Causey as well, as these guys did take only 2 tires on that pit stop, so they're going to be sitting ducks on this restart here. As it looks like pit road is going to be a busy, busy place here.
Yeah, most of the field coming down, just the likes of Cody Henderson, Edward Sexton not elected to come down right now.
Hearing some things from race control. Apparently lap 40 was not the end of stage number 2. As they're talking about a possible stage caution at lap 50? I thought no. Because we were told stages were lap 14 and 40, so now I'm a little bit confused.
Well, either way, we are under caution here at Auto Club.
Yeah, that is true. We are under caution. First caution for cause on the season, as the other one that we've had this season was a stage break last week at Las Vegas, but still, to see the first wreck of the season come halfway through the second race of the season, that's got to be a testament to these guys.
Yeah, some fantastic drivers in this league, and we can even take a look at the iRating. A couple lower drivers, but this field rather is just full of very skilled drivers. Most of the field looking like they're over 2,000, except a couple outliers.
Of course, Joseph Causey being the one big-time outlier, along with Evan Konop. Both of them above 5,000 iRating. You see a couple of other guys throughout the field having some decent iRating. Jason Miz at a 3,500 there. At 3,200 for Jacob Denson, at 23 for Taylor Toller. as more drivers coming down pit road, maybe trying to play a little bit of fuel strategy here, as these guys should be. Actually, yeah, this I believe the way this caution fell is going to make this a fuel mileage race to the end, because we've been seeing that stint lengths have been about between 21 and 23 laps for these guys here. So this should put everyone's last pit stop between lap 72 and about 74, which is going to make it really tight to the end.
Well, that's what we love to see here at GridVision. We love our fuel races. That is for sure.
We do, and we're going to have 2 fuel races in a row here. One at Las Vegas where Joseph Causey felt heartbreak at the end. Who will feel it tonight? Because it is a well-known fact that if you have a fuel mileage race, somebody's getting their heart broken.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. We've seen a lot here. We've covered a lot of elation, a lot of heartbreak, especially. I could think back to I think it was GRL that we'd cover on Sundays last season. I think we went like 7 races in a row when they were all fuel mileage races, and it was just a blast to cover those races.
Yeah, and then who could forget, I believe, don't remember what race it was, but I want to say we had covered that one together, Darby. I believe it may have been SSRL at Michigan, where like 3 or 4 trucks ran out of fuel coming to the line at SSRL at the Michigan race. But we'll get back to that a little bit later, as now green flag back in the air. First restart, or second restart on the season here, is Cody Henderson with a big-time jump on the field there. He's going to go well clear of the outside line, and Edward Sexton. Scott Feltz on the inside. Derek Grigsby in 4th there, and now 3 wide for, I believe that it's about 4th position, Taylor Toller on the old tires. Jacob Denson to his inside, going to get clear of him pretty quickly. And a lot of these guys are now starting to group back up, as these guys are all on fresh tires and are just trying to save a lot of fuel here.
Yeah, definitely a big shake-up with that caution. We have a lot of different cars here. Edward Sexton now up 22 positions on the race. That 81, great-looking car. Kind of reminds me of
Edward Sexton was the last car to set a time in qualifying. He was the only, or he was the last timed car, if that makes sense. I guess that does make some sort of sense, but he was the last car to have a qualifying time. There we go. I said it 3 different ways. But that 81 up a ton of positions here, fighting in the top 3 for the first time this season.
Yeah, though, out of our normal leaders up front, Andrew Chapman back in P8 now. And he has his driving partner of Evan Knott there.
Yeah, you got a couple of guys that were up front, mixed in, sprinkled out through the field. Jacob Denson in the 79 is the highest of the front runners we've seen tonight. He's up in the 4th spot, looking to the inside of Edward Sexton for the 3rd spot. But Derek Grigsby is actually going for the lead as well. He's been up in the top 5 a couple of times tonight as well. So looks like I got a couple of normal front runners, and Cody Henderson in the 710, a front runner we saw all last week at Las Vegas, leading his first laps on the night.
Yeah, Cody Henderson, great watermelon man truck there. Well, my favorite fruit. Maybe my favorite driver nowadays, I'd say even.
Hey, watermelon's pretty good, but have you heard about strawberries?
I like strawberries a lot if they're freshly picked. I'm not big on like artificial flavor, but artificial watermelon, I mess with that.
Hey, strawberries may not be high up on your list, but have you met cherries?
Yeah, they're pretty goated. But out of all the artificial flavors, cherry's the worst. Fluoride all day.
Take that back. Take that back right now.
I can't. I'm sorry.
This is not okay. I'm not okay, guys. But meanwhile, we're door banging for the lead up here. Cody Henderson, and believe that was Jacob Denson, door banging off of turn number 4. Beating and banging down the front straightaway. Lap 55 at a 96 here at the Autism Speaks 96 at Auto Club. And we got a pretty good pack of about 10 cars here fighting tooth and nail, all for the same spot here on the track.
And would like to take this moment just to thank one of the sponsors here, Northland Leisure. They've been a very critical part of the league here, getting going, along with real assist and men's health awareness. We'll probably have something a little bit more formal, but we do want to just mention them and give them a thank you for making this league happen.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, but Cody Henderson was headed dead straight for the outside wall there in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, see, I immediately try and cut you off. I apologize, but action takes precedent. Action will always take precedent.
Yeah, that is my fault there, as Charlie Harcum does get up in front of the 81 of Edward Sexton. Cody Henderson to the inside of Jacob Denson for the lead. Here's a little bit of beef between Jason Miz and Nathan Aldrich. A little bit further back, Scott Williams getting involved as well.
Well, that's why.
Guys. Oh, Jason Miz is on pit road. What has happened to Jason Miz?
We'll find out here from the GridVision chopper.
Okay, it looks like he may have just pulled off. Something had to have happened. Yeah, because he, on the front stretch off of turn number 4, he got turned to the outside wall.
Who was with them?
Joseph Causey. Oh, wow. I'm surprised that wasn't a caution. Joseph Causey, Scott Williams was involved. Jason Miz, of course. Nathan Aldrich is the one who turned Jason Miz.
Yeah, we do have Scott Williams going off track here, so we'll see if this is it.
Yeah, this is it right here. You see Jason Miz gets loose there. And Nathan Aldrich. Oh, wow. Yeah, how was that not a caution?
Yeah, that is surprising. Yeah. Scott Williams. Truck looking actually quite all right for going through the grass there.
Needless to say, we're still green here as Jacob Denton has now pulled away from Cody Henderson. Now lost the spot to maybe Charlie Harcum, and now the 17 of Cody Henderson having to fight off Derek Grigsby in the 5 truck. But he will get clear Grigsby, and now the 11 of Scott Feltz is to the outside of Derek Grigsby for the 4th spot. So it looks like now Derek Grigsby getting freight trained by that outside line.
Yeah, the outside line is proving to be dominant, but how about Andrew Chapman? Just stuck there, marred back in P10. Hasn't been able to get back to the front driver that we have seen, but maybe those connection issues have something to do with it.
Evan Konop was in a very hairy situation for a couple of seconds in the 63 Vitamin Water Machine, as he is now side by side with Levi McCarty, and he was almost in a 3-wide sandwich there with the meat, so he was able to back out of that and keep his nose clean, but he's going to go back to work on trying to get past the likes of Levi McCarty, Derek Grigsby, Scott Feltz, and Cody Henderson. But it is Jacob Denson and Charlie Harcum running away with this one here off of this restart, as now Charlie Harcum is starting to make his move towards the front.
Yeah, Harcum been able to break off a little bit from the trucks behind him and catch up to Jacob Denson. So maybe we're seeing a little bit of fall off from Denson from running up more trucks than the others. Because we did see him start around where Andrew Chapman was, and Andrew Chapman's still back there in P9.
Yeah, if we can get our weather up real quick, we can kind of describe why the racing has picked up a lot here. The air temp is down to 72 degrees here with a track temp of 76 as we're starting to go into the nighttime here. Of course, this league runs 4 times time no matter what, so we will be getting the lights turned on here within the next few minutes, virtual sim time. So these guys are going to be racing into the night, and that's only going to up the amount of aggressive moves you can make. As you see Derek Grigsby giving a bit of a hip check to the 21 of Levi McCarty there, but the racing should get a lot more intense now that these guys have the grip to make the moves necessary here at Auto Club.
Yeah, we did talk about the skill of these drivers and their talent for not having many cautions until the second, more than halfway through the second race here. It's to be able to handle the truck through a 4X session and not have any accidents is absolutely wild, because the track does change that much from dusk to night. You could race a track in the morning and then the exact same day come at 3 p.m. and it's going to be completely different.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at Las Vegas. Las Vegas last week was the perfect example. That race started at 3:20 virtual sim time, and that race ended at about 10 o'clock at night. So These guys definitely go through a wide range of track temps. This race started at about 82 degrees air temp. It is down to 72, but last week at Vegas was the biggest change because these guys are more than likely going to see this season, as the air temp at the start of that race was 89. It ended up at 71 degrees air temp by the end of the night. So these guys definitely have to be skilled in how these trucks handle differing conditions here, as the lights do now pop on here at Auto Club.
Lights pop on, and Andrews Chapman's internet connection did pop off there for a moment. We did see him drop down through the tower. He is back. I think we're going to keep seeing that for a little bit here.
Shots fired by Darty.
Hey, he's been a front runner. I'm trying to keep him on camera so we can keep an update on our former leader, but unfortunately, he just doesn't want to stay on camera.
Hey, sometimes you get camera shy. It's okay.
Been there.
Seem pretty camera shy right now.
Exactly.
Hey, you get a face for radio, Darby. It's okay.
That's hurtful. I know it ain't true, but it's hurtful.
It is true.
Oof.
Ah, man, we're throwing punches here. And the grid.
See, if there's a certain meme I'd quote right now, but I can't because now my camera, my mic is on rather. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh man, you can't absolutely just say the most unhinged things anymore. So sad.
Well, I can just mute my mic and say to you that would make me feel better. But Charlie Harcum in the lead from Jacob Denson. He did catch up. He did pass. He is your leader, up 7 positions from the beginning of the race.
Yeah, Harcum definitely looks like he's got kind of the truck to beat here, as we're now getting further and further into the nighttime here. We saw early in this race, Andrew Chapman definitely in the hotter track temps had the truck to beat. He had such a bad, fast truck, and a lot of the guys that we saw be really, really quick in the daytime are really starting to fall off. Andrew Chapman's down in 7th position. I mean, Evan Konop is up in 4th, but he seems like he always has a fast truck no matter what. But a couple of the other guys that were up front, Joseph Causey was running in the top 5 a lot. He's down in 16th position, but he did take 2 tires under that last pit stop, so he is definitely struggling. Jason Miz was involved in the wreck. He's out of this race. Who else was up here? Jacob Denson seems to have a pretty fast truck as well through the changing conditions here, but Justin Burden seems to be another one who's struggling with the cooler track temps. He's down in 10th position after starting 2nd and running 2nd a lot of the time here, as watching Derek Grigsby fight or try to fend off Andrew Chapman here for this 5th spot.
And just wanted to give the crowd a Pendergrass update, because I know we got some fans of the Pendergrasses in chat. Austin Pendergrass not having a great time with some damage there on the right side of his truck. Get a little bit better of a view here. It is on the number. The 24 looks like it has some flames there of its own.
Patrick Allen hates him. Austin Derbyshire.
Ooh.
Patrick Allen is currently fighting virtual Austin Derbyshire right now because he's just so offended that you would say something like that about the Pendergrass trio. What the heck, Darby?
Oh, no, we do have a fan. There is one fan. I don't know if he's still in chat, but he was there earlier. So
yeah, that's Patrick Allen.
No, not Patrick Allen. Disciple 44.
Oh. Well, if he's still here, he's probably also going to fight you.
Yeah. Gotta catch me.
Oh, we got pit stops going on here. There's a 79 at Jacob Denson down pit road. A little bit early, actually, as that's, I believe, that's going to take him out of the running unless he does some serious fuel saving. Edward Sexton down pit road as well.
Do you see chat there? Sierra Phillips, go Austin Pendergrass. There we go. We got a fan in the chat.
Of course. People just trying to make me look dumb.
Us Austins, we got to stick close together.
Is this why you and Austin Edstrom share the one brain cell on a weekly basis?
That's the only reason why he even works here.
Fair enough. I mean, heck, I wouldn't want to work with Austin normally. Just kidding. I love you, Austin.
Our former leader, Cody Henderson, down pit road 2, a lap after our first takers there of Denson.
Charlie Harcum still your leader. He's having to fight off Evan Konop for the lead, as now Andrew Chapman falls back into line in that 4th spot. He was trying to get around Levi McCarty. Konop to the inside of Charlie Harcum, though. Harcum just going to let him have it, as it looks like Harcum's just wanting to save fuel or tires here, as now we are coming within 25 laps to go here at Auto Club. It's been a fast race. We're already lap 70. We've only had the one caution here tonight on, I believe it was lap 45-ish, when Will Cannon went into the inside wall pretty hard. But that's the only caution for cause we've had tonight, and to be fair, the only caution for cause we've had all season. So it is something we've been kind of surprised by tonight, only having the one caution for cause on the season, and it being halfway through the second race of the season.
And we see Jacob Denson a lap down right now, trying to get it back on those fresh tires. And it looks like, yeah, right to the back of the lead lap.
That is just the difference between old and fresh tires there. I mean, Denson, he went from the back of that pack to the front of that pack fairly quickly, as now he threw a little bit of a block on the 63 of Evan Konop there. It's going to allow Charlie Harcum back to the inside of the 63 of Konop, but it looks like Harcum's deciding to pull it down pit road here in that 82 machine. Got his virtual hand out the window here, as it looks like he is going to be the only one out of this lead pack pitting so far.
Yeah, Harcum down pit road. Let's see how he does it.
Looks like he gets on pit road pretty clean. California Highway Patrol deciding not to give him a ticket for doing one over down into the pits. I know I sure as hell would have gotten a ticket for that.
Andrew Chapman up to P2 now, and he is catching Knopp, so he was just biding his time there, picking his time to press the go pedal.
Yeah, I got a couple of other guys waving their hands out the window. Andrew Chapman coming down pit road. James Kerr, Derek Grigsby coming down pit road as well, or signaling that they're going to come down pit road here. You see the current speed there. I think 120 is a little bit fast, but Evan Konop decides to come down pit road as well. Derek Grigsby right behind these guys. James Kerr comes down pit road as well. So a good chunk of your top 5 down pit road for what should be the money stop here at Auto Club, as we have officially gone into the darkness at Auto Club. It is officially dark in Southern California here. This lap 70. Ooh, did Evan Konop overshoot?
Yes, he did.
By about an inch.
That's enough to do it. We'll see. Andrew Chapman is expected to probably come out before Connaught now, unless he pulled some tricks, which he might have. Oh.
Yeah, he will, by a pretty big margin too. As Andrew Chapman is your leader off of pit road. Does Connaught make a move here? No, he's going to stick behind Andrew Chapman here. Harcum's going to come out in front of these guys. He will jump him for the lead by a pretty good margin as well. Charlie Harcum breaks the draft to these guys, but Jacob Denson is your leader by about 7 seconds over Charlie Harcum. So Jacob Denson is going to be your leader once we cycle out here.
Yeah, only one lap difference between their pit stops. For him to come out with a lead that big over them, very, very interesting.
Jacob. Oh, you're talking about Harcum to Andrew Chapman. Yeah, that is surprising. I was going to say Jacob Denson pitted 4 laps before Harcum, but you get 3 cars all in a pod here, as that is the 11 of Scott Feltz keeping up with these guys. I believe that's also Levi McCarty joining these guys as well in this draft, but Charlie Harcum setting his sights ahead on Jacob Denson, who is your leader by 5.6 seconds over Charlie Harcum and about a second over Sean Merriman, but Sean Merriman just came down pit road. With that, we're going to go and take our final commercial break of the racing action here. Stay right here. We will take you to the finish, hopefully completely green and without a commercial. Stay right here.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back live here at Auto Club, where we're going to take you to the final 15-lap sprint here to the finish without a commercial break. And hopefully these guys keep it caution-free as well, as we've only had the one caution on the night, which was when Will Cannon went to the inside wall pretty hard. But thank goodness he was okay. Of course, he is out of this race. But it is still Jacob Denson leading this race. But that gap to Evan Konop has come down a pretty good margin. Actually, that's a lie. That's gone up by about a half a second to Evan Konop. But I believe Jacob Denson. What happened to Charlie Harcum? Harcum is at the back of this pack here, though. So, but Jacob Denson is in traffic as well. So things are a little bit confusing here.
Yeah, during the commercial break, this pack did get around Harcum, and maybe he just heated his tires up a little bit too quick. And is suffering the consequences now.
I wonder, did Harcum take 2 tires? Is that why he may have jumped these guys?
Ah, that very well could be. I do not have that stat on my timing.
Are you able to pull up pit stop times by chance?
I can most certainly pull up the times, yes.
Yeah, because I believe the way he's fallen off of both Jacob Denson and the rest of this pack does. No, he took 4.
Yeah, that's a four tire pit stop, that's for sure.
Interesting. Then why did he fall off so much? That is odd.
But Jacob Denson
maybe
definitely having an assist of this lap traffic here.
Well, yeah, he's definitely got the draft. So he's well, Levi McCarty is. He's definitely losing time, Jacob Denson is, because Levi McCarty and Evan Konop are absolutely hauling right now. They've pulled in that gap well over 2 seconds down now.
Yeah, when we started talking about that, there was a 2-second gap, but, you know, like we said, we speak of something and it becomes false instantly.
Good old commentator's curse, but Levi McCarty is now within draft range of Jacob Denson in the 79, who's still trying to work his way and finally gets clear of the lap car of Scott Williams. Williams going to take it to the inside. I think Denson's just going to let him go here. I believe Denson may be short on fuel.
That actually very well could be with stopping a lap earlier than the other drivers. Or no, Denson, yeah. Sorry. Denson, yeah, because Denson went several laps before he
Oh, yeah, Denson's coming down pit road here. He was definitely short on fuel. He was not going to make it to the end.
Very unfortunate. He had such a great race going on, just not making the right calculation, and that's when you got to run all 96 laps, that's for sure.
Now I wonder, does this mean Levi McCarty and Andrew Chapman are good on fuel, as now Andrew Chapman's going to make a switch back to the inside of Levi McCarty for the lead here. Here comes the 63 of Evan Konop, though. He thought about 3 wide to the inside, but decided to push the 25 of Chapman past Levi McCarty here. But that does, we're now wondering, are these 3 good on fuel? Are we going to have a similar situation to what we had last week, where Joseph Causey was fighting Mark Whitley and then ended up pushing too hard and running out of fuel off of turn number 4.
9 laps more to go. That will put them at 22.
It's going to be close.
It'll be very close.
Yeah, all 3 of these are incredibly close. I believe Harkham may be pitting as well, or not pitting. I believe Harkham is saving as well because he was going to be about a lap short. So I think he's saving and hoping that these guys in front of him are going to run out of fuel coming to the line. With how hard they're fighting here, it definitely looks like none of them are saving.
Yeah, we probably caught it a little bit too late to see Harkham actually clutch and save if he was doing that. But yeah, he definitely did fall off enough to support that theory.
No, he's not clutching into the corners, but he is definitely saving. Yeah, he is for sure saving. He's lifting off a lot earlier than these guys into the corner are. So I think Harkham's playing the long game here. I think he's hoping that these guys are going to burn their fuel off and not make it to the end and run out of fuel on that last lap. But he's got to make sure he doesn't lose too much time here, as he's already lost 2 seconds to these guys. And now he loses a position to James Kerr. I think he's going into full save now. I think he's not close on making it.
I did not take a look here, but my pick, James Kerr, top 4, up 15 positions. Not a clue as to what his strategy is, but he might be the man to take that spot if those 3 do run out of fuel.
He could, and I believe he is good on fuel here, as he was one of the last people to pit under that last pit cycle, but it is still back up front. Andrew Chapman leading Evan Konop by about 0.03 of a second, with about 1/10 of a second back to Levi McCarty in 3rd, and then it's another almost 6 seconds back to James Kerr in the 75, and then about 6.9 seconds back to Charlie Harkham. So it is well and truly a 3-horse race for the win right now.
Yeah, Levi McCarthy, a face that we only really saw up the front, up to the front since that caution. So he is definitely the major benefactor of that caution at this point.
Yeah, for sure. And he really wasn't even up front fully until this last pit cycle here, as he was in the top 5 post-caution.
We got action on track.
Ooh, Cody Henderson not happy through the grass here. The 710 is.
Take a look from the GridVision shopper, Cody Iverson and Cody Henderson.
Off of turn number 4, Cody Iverson and Cody Henderson. Does Iverson just come up here?
Yeah, he.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How was that not a caution?
It's off the racing service.
Yeah, but he was like 90 degrees parallel to the racing line there. Anywho, back up front, still Andrew Chapman leading. These guys have definitely been going tooth and nail all night. Is now 5 laps to go here. Put one hand in the air, people. We got 5 to go, as here comes Edward Sexton down pit road here. Keep our eyes on this battle for the lead now. Andrew Chapman starting to play the Indy Snake here, trying to break the draft to Konop here. As Evan Konop now to the inside of Andrew Chapman. Chapman sticking to that outside line to get that run off the corner. Evan Konop now trying to side draft him.
Yeah, the winding down laps here at Auto Club Speedway. We've gone many hours, going from daylight to dusk to night. Much cooler track, but the same faces up front. Konop looking to take the lead and sweep the race tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a tall order with Andrew Chapman, who has led the majority of the laps tonight. He's also got Levi McCarty he's got to fend off here. Levi McCarty definitely looks like he's just kind of holding on to the draft here, hoping these guys either wreck or run out of fuel here, as I believe he's just biding his time as of now, just waiting to see what happens between these two. Is now it's going to be 3 laps to go here at Auto Club Speedway. To the inside, Evan Konop of Andrew Chapman in the 25. Down into turn number 1, Evan Konop going to run that white line. Andrew Chapman going to be in the 4th line all the way on the top. Evan Konop make it clear. Andrew Chapman has blinked out. He's back now, but he's on the inside of Evan Konop now.
He blinked out on the inside, came back, or on the outside, came back on the inside. And oh, that's nerve-wracking when you're the other car. You don't know where they're going to appear. Sometimes you get lucky and the car will appear in you and you'll be safe, but if it appears just in front of you, it could be catastrophic.
It is very scary when you have a blinking car appear right in front of you, but 2 laps to go here. Fingers in the air, people. 2 laps to go at Auto Club, and it's a 3-horse race for the win. Here's now Evan Konop. Here comes Levi McCarty to the outside of Andrew Chapman. He's going to just tap the wall, though. Chapman to the outside. He makes the move to the outside. Evan Konop now up to side draft to 25 as they head down the back straightaway.
Coming to the white flag, Knop just getting to the front of him, and Chapman looking to cross him over. It looks like he will be successful, and he does have a little bit more speed coming off the line, so coming to the white flag, looks like Chapman will lead us.
White flag in the air here at Auto Club Speedway. Blocks being thrown here. Andrew Chapman tries the block on Evan Konop. Does not work. Levi McCarty now in this battle. Chapman has blinked out. We have no idea where he is, so we're going to assume Evan Konop is the leader as of now. It is now a 2-horse race between Levi McCarty and Evan Konop. Unless Chapman reappears. He's back. What?
Yeah, he blinked out, came back, but he was way further back.
Back up front, though, Levi McCarty to the outside of Evan Konop. Off of the corner, Levi McCarty is to the outside, but Evan Konop is cleared. Coming off of turn number 4, Evan Konop locks himself into the playoffs.
What a fantastic run. Sweeping the night. Showed that he had the skill to run at all the different temperatures that we did encounter tonight.
Levi McCarty, your 2nd place finisher. Andrew Chapman, after blinking out on the back straightaway, going to finish 4 seconds off of these guys in that 3rd spot. Derek Grigsby going to be 4th, and James Kerr going to round out your top 5 on the night.
Fireworks going off in the background.
Evan Konop, your winner on the night in a 63 Moza racing machine. Pretty much a dominating performance as Evan Konop was up front all night, swept both stages. And that is going to be your winning moment. Evan Konop pulls it off at Auto Club. As we wait for Evan Konop to possibly burn it down here. He may be out of fuel.
Looks like he's saving it.
Yeah.
He's saving it so he can burn it down, I think. No?
Nope. I think he's out of fuel.
Out of fuel. All right.
Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and send it to our final commercial break of the night. Stay right here. We'll be right back with post-race coverage here from Auto Club.
I think it's Knop. I know a lot of Knops, but they do spell it different, but it's still K, but yeah. Oh, my mic's been on this whole time. Do it again.
Welcome back, everyone, to post-race coverage here for the High Slide Racing League Trucks here as Evan Konop does pull it out at the end, sweeps the stages, and takes the race when he wins on the night. Levi McCarty led one lap on the night and comes home in second position. Andrew Chapman leads the majority of the laps on the night, 37, and he comes home in third position. Derek Grigsby going to be in fourth position. And James Kerr is going to finish in fifth position. He's going to take your men's mental health awareness hard charger award on the night as he goes up. I believe it was 14 positions from 19th up to 5th. Justin Burton is going to be finishing 6th tonight. Jordan Berry in 7th. Joseph Causey 8th. Charlie Harcum in 9th. Taylor Toller in 10th. Alan Martin 11th. Jacob Denson 12th. 13th going to be Sean Merriman, who was your hard charger, but we ended up giving it to James Kerr since he did finish higher on the night. Joshua Luke is going to be 14th. Scott Feltz in 15th. 16th is Edward Sexton. Cody Henderson in 17th. Nathan Aldridge in 18th. 19th is going to be Scott Williams. 20th going to be Cameron Iverson. And rounding out your 27 truck field tonight, 21st is Jordan Probst. Hunter Teague in 22nd. Austin Pendergrass finishing 4 laps down. He was the last running truck on the night. Jason Miz, after being involved in an earlier wreck that did not bring out a caution, going to finish 24th, 41 laps down. Will Cannon, who was involved in our only caution on the night, going to be finishing 25th. Andrew Pendergrass in 26th. And Timothy Pendergrass rounding out your 27 truck field on the night. And that's going to take us straight into our post-race interviews here. And now we're going to be speaking with our third place finisher on the night, Andrew Chapman. You led a ton of laps tonight, but internet issues there at the end took you out of the run. And how are you feeling?
Pretty frustrated, but still had a lot of fun with the race. Anytime you get racing like that, I'll take it.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was some of the better racing that we've seen here at Auto Club. A lot of packs forming throughout the majority of that race. I mean, to start, you had the 7-truck pack put on an absolute show in stage 1, and then it kind of single-filed out until we got that caution at around lap 45, and then things got real crazy there at the end as people were just ducking, dodging, weaving, bob, anything you can think of they were doing there at the end, and you came home in third. And it was a tough night, I feel like, for you. You led a lot of laps and then ended up just having a little bit of internet there at the end. But looking ahead to next week at Talladega, how are you feeling for that one? It is a plate race with the truck, so should be a bit of a not a fuel-saving race.
I definitely love Talladega, so I don't want to show my hand now. We'll leave it at that. Save it for next week.
Andrew Chapman going to save it for next week there, but before we let...
I think he was going to ask you if you had any sponsors to thank.
Well, there goes Andrew Chapman. That was your third place finisher. I believe he is gone as well. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a Discord freak out there, but we are back. No internet issues here, but we're going to go ahead and pull up our second place finisher, Levi McCarty. He's standing alongside Austin Derbyshire.
Hello, Levi. What a fantastic race you had tonight. Tell us a little bit about driving through the different conditions that we had tonight, going from the middle of the day to the night.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. Great race. Track was changing all night. There were a lot of different strategies out there. Track was, multiple grooves, pretty much halfway through the run, and then once it got kind of tight, I mean, you could throw some sliders on people if you timed it up correctly, and yeah, a lot of slipping and sliding around. You could run the high line pretty well and gather a run up, and second to last run there, I pitted and got some extra fuel there so I could have a lap to the good there and kind of battle with those guys who were leading, and was able to drive up through the field, and that was a ton of fun. So good clean racing out there with everyone tonight.
Yeah, that was a definitely fantastic run. We saw you come through the field there in the second half after the caution, but definitely who would you like to say thank you to for who gets it done for you every week?
Yeah, Fairfield Motorsports. I got to thank the guys over at B&H Racing as well. they've kind of welcomed me into this league with them and hopping in and racing with those guys. Charlie Scott and Jacob, the really great guys, and been having a lot of fun racing with them. Thanks to High Slide for putting on the league and you guys for broadcasting. I can't wait to watch it back tomorrow and relive the fun.
Well, thank you for joining us. Have yourself a great night.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
That was Levi McCarty, your second place finisher. Now we're going to speak with your race winner. Is it Evan Konop or Evan Konop? That's going to be my first question.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, my name is very tricky. I've had it mispronounced my whole life. It's actually pronounced Evan Konop. So think of that last O as a U, and then you'll be all good.
So we were both wrong. I said Konop all night. Darby said Konop all night. So we were both wrong.
I get Konop more than any, and that's fine. Like, that one isn't bad. The one that I don't like is when people say Canoop. It's like, okay, I gotta let you know that that's not how it is. Yeah.
Hey, fair enough. But now that we're past that, we figured it out. You ended up winning tonight. You swept both stages, and it looked like you were playing the fuel-saving game pretty much all night, only really leading when it was coming up to the ends of the stages. Was that your strategy pretty much all night? Just go for the stage wins and then save as much fuel as possible anywhere else?
Well, this was my first race with you guys, so I wasn't really too keen on what the correct strategy was. I was constantly looking at my like how much fuel I had and kind of trying to estimate when I needed to pit and if I would be able to make it to the end or not. I know definitely there at the end, it was whoever was out front, like say with 15, 20 to go, you were burning the most fuel. So it was kind of, you wanted to save enough to make it. And I actually ran out of fuel like right as we crossed the checkered flag. So I saved just enough to get me where I needed to be there at the end.
Yeah, I was going to say we were debating on if you were actually going to do some post-race burnouts there, but we figured you were out of fuel considering the fact you just stopped there at the end. But looking ahead to next week at Talladega, I mean, that is anything but a fuel-saving race. I mean, it could turn into a fuel-saving race, but hopefully it doesn't. But how are you feeling about that one? Are you looking forward to that one a little bit?
Yeah, I love Talladega and super speedway racing. I feel like I'm a good pusher and I like leading the pack, and it's just fun. You know, you just basically gotta try to put yourself in position at the end and just hope you get lucky in the C's part. But also, like, if I would have had fuel, I definitely would have been doing plenty of burnouts. I love doing burnouts after a race. So,
well, congratulations on the win tonight, Evan. And before we let you go, who do you got to thank? Who gets it done for you?
well, first of all, thank you guys for putting on a really good broadcast. This may have been my first race with you guys, but I have been keeping up with the broadcasts, and you guys do a great job with that. And I appreciate getting invited and recommended by my teammates, Andrew Chapman and Justin Burden. They really said that this is a lot of good, clean racing and a good league, and they were 100% right about that. I had a lot of fun. I don't know how it looked on the broadcast, but those last couple laps there, I mean, it was slide jobs and crossovers and kind of, you know, blocking but not dirty blocks. Like, that's what it was all about. That was good stuff there.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Evan. And we hope to see you next week at Talladega. That one should definitely be a fun one.
Absolutely. I plan on being there. Thank you, guys.
That was Evan Canup. There we go. Jeez. That was your race winner here tonight at Auto Club. And I believe that is having technical issues here. Sorry about that. That is going to do it for us here tonight, as it was a very, very interesting race here at Auto Club. We're going to go ahead and get a look at the rest of our weekly schedule here on GridVision. And of course, it is going to be NIS second split coverage tomorrow night for the Coca-Cola 600 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. That'll be a fun one. I believe it is going to be Austin Edstrom and I think Taylor Burris possibly on coverage for that one. So that one should be a good one tomorrow. I'm going to be personally racing that one. I won't be anywhere near second split, but I will personally be racing in that one, and it is going to be a fun one. Before we go, any final thoughts for the night, Austin?
We're just definitely lucky to see such a fantastic race. We're lucky to get this league on GridVision. Thank you to Jordan Berry for spearheading that and allowing us to cover some fantastic racing, because we love our green flag fuel mileage races, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun race to watch tonight, but that is going to do it for us here tonight on GridVision. From the entire GridVision team, we'd like to thank you for watching and participating in the chat tonight. For more information on getting your league broadcasted or starting your career in broadcasting, contact us on Facebook, X, or email us at info@gridvision.live. Special thanks to Andrew Cardinal IV of Whiplash Sim Cams for providing the cams used on tonight's broadcast. Congratulations to Evan Canup and winning tonight's race from Auto Club. This has been Nick Stein, Austin Dybershire doing color and producing here tonight. We'll see you next time on the grid tomorrow night for Coca-Cola 600 coverage, or if you only watch High Slide Truck Series action, we'll see you next week here at Talladega. Catch you next time on the grid.